Nigel's obviously early days. Nathan Baker went off. Do we know how he is?
No, not at the moment, but he's just very committed challenge, and clearly another situation where he's got a head injury, so we'll have to see how he is.
Okay, well, we wish him all the best. On to the performance, obviously at 1-0, we could have got back in that.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was a game where we made loads of poor decisions, either in possession where we didn't do what we'd planned to do, and of course for some of our youngsters it was a bit of a steep learning curve. So, but at 1-0 there's always going to be a chance coming along, and I thought we had at least more promising situations, and we had a couple of chances that we should have done better with maybe. That's not to say that I don't recognise that they had more than enough possession and chances to win it more comfortably, but whenever it's 1-0 there is always a question mark, and I think for us it was more important to put positive substitutions on to try and make something happen. So good for Naki and Antoine to get pitch time. Andy went to right wing back, and we had 5 attacking players, but unfortunately still made some really poor decisions in terms of playing out when we didn't need to. And their second goal came from one of our poor decisions. So yeah, frustrating. Bit of a leveler for us. We know where we are. There was a bit of a gulf in, I was going to say ability, not necessarily, maybe in experience and know-how. But yeah, we've got to do better than that. And the players realise that, or need to realise very much so, that if they're picked to play, they've got to come up to speed pretty sharpish. But look, we know where we are. We know where we are.
When you give or make poor decisions, at least to giving the ball away, a team like Sheffield United who pass the ball and they're very fluid in their movement, aren't they?
They are, and they've got. I mean, you see David McGoldrick today. I thought he played very well for them. I do think though that both Thomas and Zach were very, very had good performances today in difficult conditions. They're tough conditions for all players, but especially for defenders, because it's a tough. The weather was not particularly kind, but hey, it was. We had opportunities.
600 plus City fans made a trek. Got off up early. Hope they get home safe tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually straight after the game when we went over to thank them, and it's hopefully they'll have a safe journey home. If it takes a bit longer than normal, then fine. But it's as long as they get home safe, that's the most important thing.
No midweek game, and obviously a chance to regroup ahead of Derby.
Yeah, well, we've got to very much look at trying to keep our players, fit at the moment. We've picked up a number of things recently. We're already missing a few players, so it's really important that there are players out there, and I've said it before, that they need to be prepared to be playing again, even if they're not at their best, because that's where we are at the moment. So, in many ways, for them, that's a test of moral fibre as well as their ability.